It would seems like many companies are now rejecting DEI. But the thing is, right, we have to be very careful because what they do may be just all a PR lies. Hello there, how's there? Ame Gakita there. So obviously today in the chat we are going to talk about DEI in a way, but actually more so that we should be asking ourselves, do we want to trust those company words? Now, thing is, right, recently a lot of people have been talking about how a lot of companies are being based, game companies are becoming healing, companies are trying to say that DI is not a good thing, or even like it was the DI who caused the California fire along the line. Like, dude, before we go and start going around like even the fire is racist along the line, we have to understand that what actually is wrong with DEI. Thing is, back to DEI itself, it's always about diversity, equality, and inclusive. It's to include the mostly the so-called in their mind the minority, which is the black community and the LGBTQ. But it's really kind of funny that they aren't that small anyway, but they just go with the idea saying that, oh hey, we are very small, but we are going to make noise anyway, when they are just already a group in themselves. Now, the thing is, a lot of recent situation is more towards that they have been causing a lot of problem in gaming community or in social community itself, and a lot of people are now pushing back because it's not that we don't like DI, it's the way they force it down their throat. It's like, let me ask you guys, if you don't like to eat a hamburger, will you force yourself to eat a hamburger? If you like a hamburger, you will eat a hamburger. If you don't like it, you don't eat it. And the thing is, right, you can't really force a vegan to eat a meat if they don't want to. It's that simple. So the thing is, right, when you kind of have those people trying to force it the other way around, you have to ask them the same question. If you don't like to force it down our throat, would they want it the same way? If they don't like it, then obviously just move on with your life. You don't interact with them. It's that simple. Now, that being said, it's not that I can't understand why a lot of companies are now decided to so-called abandon or decide to reject. But the thing is, right, it's really kind of back the question like, do they really rejected it? Thing is, like, even like in the same video that Rev Say did, all the link to the all video will be in the description below, so do check them all out. It's like, it's as well in this case, it's like even game company are now slowly pushing back, saying like, oh, we are trying to reject DEI, we do not want DEI along the line. And I kind of like talk about how this kind of situation previously, about how a lot of companies should be rejecting it, how DI had destroyed a big name company like Ubisoft along the line, and I kind of like saying like, are they really going to be more based game company? I'm not stopping with a question mark. I actually stopping with ... which kind of like back the question in that video that I mentioned. Is it really true? Did they really starting to say that it's starting to understand that DI is killing the game company? And the thing is, right, when you kind of start looking at a lot of situation about how a lot of people now talking, even Hillsan and Ransan's talking about, hey, company are rejecting modern audience. They don't want the modern audience because they are the minority. They want to aim for the, in their own words, the core, the majority, the main player base. And it's always should be the case when you are aiming for a game company to cater to many consumer, to many players, to many gamers, whichever you want to use it, and you want to cater as many profit as you can for the company, you always aim for the bigger fish. If you're telling me that the small shrimp is the best way to go, then you'll be aiming for the small shrimp all the way, and by then your company will be failing. But even so, if I say that aiming for the small shrimp is not good, it's amazingly that the shrimp the streaming the shrimp industry is not working that badly, okay? It is, from what I do know, is they are affecting in a bad way, but then again, it's not like they are going anywhere yet. But when you look at a lot of situation, right, if you're aiming for like just a little bit, a small bit, just a, you know, in a way, are you going to just use a big net just to catch those small shrimp? Or are you going to use a big net just to catch the bigger fish? And the bigger fish is gonna net you way bigger profit at the end of the day. It's just that logic. So the way, if the bigger fish say that they don't like DI, you have to say that, hey, we shouldn't add DI, we shouldn't force it in. It's fine if you want to add in like a little bit of character in it, you want to make it relatable, you want to make it just for the sake of like side quest along the line, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It's the way people force it down, people throw that, it really get people like hating on it, rejecting it, and you can't really kind of like go with the idea saying that, hey, why are the people not buying our games? It's that simple. And thing is, a lot of companies nowadays are aware of it, but when you kind of think about how it affect, and when you kind of like notice like a lot of smaller companies are now looking at bigger company like Ubisoft, Square Enix, or any other game company that is already embracing DEI and then got rejected. Like look at Concourse that is done by Sony. That cost them around $400 million. It's not 400k, it's not 4 million, it's 400 million. 0.4 billion, if you will. So when you have a company losing so much money and decide to close down every game studio that costs them money, obviously you have to think that, hey, if you want to cater to the actual audience, you have to understand you should be looking out away from DEI but to the main audience. The character need to look good, the story have to make sense, the gameplay have to be fun, everything is good. At the end of the day, it's really kind of like back the question like, do we want to trust those company and give them a second chance? If they really do give a better game and the game is catered not to just DEI but actually more so to the main player base where it's not feel forced, then I think that's still fine, because it's just that when you kind of like have game company, usually in the past like won't directly say that they accepted DEI, but actually more like it was trying to embrace everything they stand for. Yeah, you really want to bet the question like, do they really throw away the DEI in the first place? Because the thing is, right, as Chris's sons mentioned, it's more towards they aren't getting rid of DEI, but they are just hiding it. So I'm actually more towards like agreeing on that point personally. I'm not saying like the DEI is gone for good. To me, like I mentioned, it's fine to add a few DEI in it if it makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, you kind of like have to throw it out the window, because like DEI itself is like, if they like, you have a whole black game and if it's like a game that happened in America in the background story, obviously it makes sense to add in the white character, because how can you say in America there is no white people? But if you say that, oh, in America there is all black, no white, yeah, that is being racist along the line, then that is against the DEI, the equality itself. The equity, sorry. So the thing is, right, it's not really diverse anymore. You are just trying to cater to the brownie point. So when you look at the whole thing itself, it's really kind of back the question like, do they really remove it? I'm more inclined to agree on getting rid, because at the end of the day, as Shiro-san actually mentioned in a very, very good way, don't trust their word, trust their work. It's really one of the moments that sometimes we have to ask ourselves that, do we really want to trust those kind of people in the first place? Because at the end of the day, did the company remove DEI? I don't think so. It's more towards they are just hiding under the rug. Under a new different rug that we aren't seeing at it. So at the end of the day, do those companies really remove those DI, or did they really outright call out? I think it's more towards they are, as at the start of the video I mentioned, they are lying. It can be just a PR stunt saying that, hey, we rejected DI, but behind the scene they just say, keep hush, don't let people know. Only when the game itself released, then can we know. But by then it might be too late for the gamer instead, because people might end up spending money on getting the game. So the best way for now is not really hurting them with the wallet. Be very cautious, be very careful, and understand, did they actually remove the AI from the industry? If they did not, then it's more so that they are actually hiding. But hey, at the end of the day, that's just my speculative thought. It's just a random chat. Whether you agree, disagree, whether you have a point of view, do you think that DI is gone from a lot of those companies along the line? Write in the comment section below, we can discuss it further. If not, if you do like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat where I'll talk about stuff that sometimes makes sense, doesn't make sense, or Shopee want to give me a notification like that. Oh, nowhere? Very random, yes, I know, but I hope that it's not random for you guys. Have a nice day online. Bye.